like we're gonna get tagged out right there, and that's why I love being partial right there, being beautiful partial. But love we can get tagged out, which is a-okay, and we could actually continue to still go lower. Um, I'm just gonna keep on taking my shots towards the draw liquidity, in my opinion, which is daily. All right, break it even, right? I saw this reaction, and this is what I meant by the high being taken one more time, and then I was able to put on the what I wanted to do right here, which is put on those two contracts, and then putting my two, or I guess in this case three contracts, and pretty much doing what I was wanting to do the first time, which is um, get down up in here, looking for this trade to come down a little bit lower, and then I'll be taking partials. So what I want to do is take partials right here. See if I can buy one right here. So I want us to come down lower. Oh, excuse me about that. Come down lower. Take one right there. So took a partial right there. Then I will be taking another one right here, if it allows me to, and then I will be. That's happening. If I can, just that. So I'm gonna buy one right here. All right. Then I'm gonna let TP just come down lower. So again, taking a trade up here, sell side, side of manipulation, us going hot lower. Looking for that to be partial right there as well. Okay. Now I'm at break even, and we're just gonna see if we get this runner. Again, what I'm looking at is higher time frame. Looking at is to come all the way down here. That is a draw. That is what I'm looking for it to be come down lower. This is just again intermediate sell side right here. Got my quadrants, all that good stuff on here. I had to break this down in the trade. It's just a lot, obviously moving fast and everything like that. But I have to have a trade breakdown, just kind of like seeing why am I so caught up in looking for lower prices. As we go higher, I'm always looking for lower because we were very close to a new week opening gap that we just failed to touch. All this was going up, and I'm predicting or thinking that at some point we're going to have a sell side of the curve. It could be now, it could be later, it could be tomorrow for all I know. We manipulate higher than this, but this also, I'm expecting that this also could be the manipulation for us to be that sell side of the curve. So just looking for lower prices, in my opinion, is just going to be ideal. And again, just taking partials on the way down and seeing what we do. Again, looking at this breaker, want this to hold prices still lower. Again, as you can see, like worst case scenario, we make money or ups for today. Like I said, just taking shots towards that draw liquidity. Like I said, and that's why I'm just taking partials all the way through. Ideally, I mean, is it possible? As I just said, this time where we took this high, is it possible we go lower? On the second leg, this being the accumulation and then manipulating the high and then going lower. Ideally, we don't take this high. We absolutely could take this high and go lower, but ideally, in a perfect world, I wouldn't even we did that. I don't even think I would take that trade. It could go lower still, but I'm more comfortable that now that we took a high, went lower, took a high, went lower. I don't want us to take another high and then go lower again. We possibly can, but I just feel like it's. I wouldn't even be in that trade. This would be I'm expecting this to actually be the move, but if it's not, then we're waiting for PM session and stuff like that. So coming into the macro, so we're coming into that 1250 macro, which again, it could mean for price to start generating and going lower, taking out this sell side. And once we take out that sell side, if we didn't want to go higher, that'd be possible. But like I said, I'm just looking for lower prices today. Again, what I'm looking at is how we react to the bias of that candle right here or that breaker. So low, high, high, low, high, rip down. So I'm looking at this area right in here. More pretty much this, I would even say me personally, I already have a breaker inside another breaker, so I don't want to draw it out because that's all this be drawing. But my eyes kind of going to this right here, into this area, that right there, and this right here. So I'm looking at that as a low, or excuse me, high, low, higher, high, rip down. This would be your breaker to send this lower. So I'm kind of looking at that two levels right there. Do buyers respect that? In this case, right now we are respecting it. Buyers staying and closing here. I also have a fair value gap. So now just kind of looking for price to kind of start going lower. If we do take out this high, this low right here, then I'll be moving my stop a little bit more lower. And that's the biggest thing also when I'm looking at this trade as well. Kind of zoom in a little bit. This break even could absolutely get hit. And the reason because, not break even, but the stop and profit absolutely can be hit because if you can see, we're actually inside that breaker, right? So that's why I'm looking at this like, okay, we could absolutely get, it could stack up one more time, taking this, manipulating this high, then going lower. Me personally, if this high gets taken, and then we start rotating lower, I wouldn't be in that trade, but it's absolutely can be for us to still go lower. If this high gets taken, it's less probability for me. Like, I definitely wouldn't like that. I absolutely wouldn't be taking that as well. So if this high gets manipulated, takes me out, then go lower, it makes a little more sense. If we take out these highs, then go out lower, like I said, there's a whole different session at that point. I think we're probably looking at PM session if it's doing that. So I'm expecting the 1250 macros coming up. Again, it might stab me up, taking me out of the trade and then going lower. Using that macro, so we're just about to see. And like I said, I just don't want to retain risk. I don't want to put risk on the table after I took out two partials. So just gonna see if we can stay consequent encouragement. My eyeball is kind of going to that consequent encouragement of that breaker. See if buys of the candle stay below that. So this level right here. So if I was to draw this up right here, boom. And boom, right there. So my eyeballs is kind of going to consequent encouragement of that right there. So something like this. That level right there. Just gonna draw it out. Delete. Okay, so. Normally, I don't draw my stuff out like this. Just again, I got so much stuff going in the background. Why is this a red? Why is this a mitigation block on the high time frame? You got a lot of stuff going on. So, like I said, breaker, consequent encouragement of it. That's pretty much all you need to know. Looking for lower prices. 1250 macros. Just 2 minutes away. I'm looking for it to just continue to go down. Prices go down lower, and yeah, that's pretty much all I'm looking for. I'm looking at ES. I have ES. You can see right here. I got ES looking. See what we're looking at right here. I want to see ES also go lower, of course. Like the equal lows as well. That's what I draw for this price or this idea. Equal lows, and then ultimately going lower. Like I said, I just need it for it to go down here. So just gonna see. Kind of zoom out a little bit. There we go. I'll zoom in. Like there. So right now we just failed to close at consequent encouragement, above consequent encouragement. So again, from a bearish sign, it's pretty good. I just, again, for me personally, where I have my stop at, I've seen this happen so many times. We might even wick up there and then start going lower. So I'm just kind of like letting the trade do what it do. That's my break even or stop and profit. And it kind of can do what it do. I'm expecting the macro to shoot down, but I've seen it also go all the way up and then rotate lower, make another sell side of the curve. I don't even, is it news at 12? I don't even know. I don't think it is. No, it's not. All right, we're just gonna be chilling. We just chill. So looking at this, just literally as I just thought about it, I have my sell target right here. So right now I'm going to move up just a little bit. And the reason I'm going to move it up just a little bit is I just thought about us creating SMT at the lows. So if we do come down lower and all the good stuff, I don't want us to create SMT at these lows. If we do, we might just shoot on straight on down past that. Again, if I had another contract on, I would be leaving it even further. But I do need to look at this as like, okay, if we come down these lows, ES takes these lows, and then NAS doesn't, and we should probably make an SPT. I kind of want to see if I can try to, get covered into that position. That's why I'm looking at these lows, trying to take out before those lows, but we're just gonna see. So